So today is International Women's Day, and I thought it would be a good time to talk about being a woman in business. And when I got started online, it was 2002. That's when I started my first business and put up my first website to sell online products. When I got started back then, I sought out women that I could learn from immediately. I felt like it was really important. And I even sought out moms in business because I just felt like it was really important for people that I learned from to have that same life experience where they understood that my priority was my family and my child. And I think over the years, I really felt many times that my business wasn't a real business. And as a matter of fact, I think the whole term work at home moms, got a lot of flack, I guess that's the right word, where we were told we weren't running real businesses because we weren't running businesses the way men run businesses. And we weren't, fully focused or fully prioritized that we had to, do whatever it took because as moms in business, our priority is not to do whatever it takes because that would mean something gets dropped. And we got into business, many of us, to be there for our family, to be there for our kids. And so it just did not match to hustle and laser focus that way when we're not in business for that reason. Does that mean we don't have a legitimate business? I don't think that that's what it means at all. I think it means it's a different definition of business than the one that has traditionally been around. I think it's really important for women to feel comfortable, like they can start a business, even if their family is a priority. That's just key because it provides this incredible opportunity to make that income while raising your family, to have that freedom to be there for your family while also having a really rewarding business. Why don't we deserve that? We do deserve that. And I've been able to create that and prove that it's possible, that it is a business. I've served people for so many years. I have helped people. I've had people come back and say, one of the biggest testimonials I remember is a gentleman who took my WordPress course who didn't even interact with me at the time. And he took it back sometime around 2010. And he came onto LinkedIn and he gave me, a gift of a message that said he had taken my course so many years ago, learned how to build websites. And because of that skill set during the pandemic, he was traveling around earning money from his laptop, building websites, and having, sounds like a good mental health during a very, very difficult time, a very, very challenging time. And who is to say that's any less legitimate than someone in, kind of a sleek looking office who shows up from 9 to 5, who wears suits and things like that. I've never pretended to always have it all together. I've left the house as a hot mess mom while running my business at the same time. I've struggled with mental health issues. I've struggled with money issues. And I've shared those things with my community like a real human, like a real person who is also running a business. And I think it's so important, for International Women's Day, our mental health, the pressures put on women, that's something that we need to take into consideration and for ourselves. How do we take care of ourselves? How do we run these businesses if we want to? If you want to run a business, you absolutely can. If that fits for you, um, I would love to help you in that. I would love to support you in that. And that's a that's a big deal for me. Being someone who had like a real lack of confidence, so that I just didn't know what I could do. I didn't know what I was capable of. And for this International Women's Day, I don't really feel like I'm not capable of much, but I make really key choices for me. I'm choosing how I want to live my life. I'm choosing what I want to do. And it's a great place to be in. And I think business helps you with that as well. Being a woman in business, or any person in business, the growth necessary to continue to innovate, to continue to serve customers, to continue to pivot and see income grow, or focus on the things that are important to you while providing a supplemental income. When my daughter was just born, in the first 3 years, it wasn't about growth. It was about maintaining some income, because we needed that income. We were, not earning high income, my husband and I, and my income had been growing after we bought our house, but we had our daughter only a couple of years after we bought our house. So it was necessary to continue for me to maintain some income. And I was able to do that while raising a baby, because of how I had set things up, because of the internet, because I just really was determined to make it happen. And I didn't get discouraged because I didn't look like others in terms of having that hustle, having that massive drive to just kind of be all about the business. And it just never was all about the business for me. And it still isn't. Business for me is a means to a lifestyle, but it's also such a rewarding thing. And I think one of my big goals is to help women, especially women with families, have that independence, because I've seen a lot of women where they're reliant on a husband, and that husband becomes unreliable in terms of, the relationship breaks up or whatever happens, and then they're in a hard spot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to have the family and the business at the same time. But for those who choose to do that and create that independence, I absolutely applaud them. And I love to help provide all the training and insights and help and service that I can in that area to see more people become independent women. So I think that if you're a woman and you're feeling discouraged about what you see in terms of marketing you don't like, or businesses that just you don't feel like you fit into, know that you can do it. You can create what you want. And certainly we can all work together. This isn't about only working with women, or, not liking businesses run by men or anything like that. We can all work together. I love to work with men and women, but I certainly love to support women as well. And I know what it's like to kind of feel intimidated, or like you don't fit, or like things are just laid out too aggressively. Like, we don't want to push people. We don't want to feel like we're forcing them into some kind of thing, or tricking them, or manipulating them in any way. That's the way some businesses are set up, and we don't need to run our businesses like that. So be strong, independent women. You can absolutely build what you want, create what you want, serve and be a business owner in a way that makes sense for you. So I will talk with you later. Bye.